Hi everyone, I'm Professor Tarhan and I'm going to talk to you for a few minutes about legal transcription in the digital age or the digital era that we're now in. The title to this presentation on the slide says we're navigating a shift from stenography, the old-fashioned way of transcribing legal proceedings, to AI-enhanced workflows. Now, before I begin, I don't want to scare anyone because the human equation is still vitally important. We're just evolving into, and not just in digital transcription, legal transcription, but in all areas of legal practice, a more efficient use of AI in appropriate ways, in different methods for the legal profession. Okay, so there's a shift in methodology. Currently a shift from traditional stenography to digital reporting using high-definition multi-channel audio. This is something that students will need to be trained on and understand how to use for efficiency's sake. So, but it does still involve humans. So the shortage, solving the shortage, the old-fashioned ways are going away. That's not just in transcription, but in other areas of legal practice as well. We're using AI in legal research, in legal drafting, and other kinds of methodologies. But there's a 21% decline in the old-fashioned stenographic way of transcribing trials and depositions and legal proceedings of various kinds, administrative matters and other kinds of proceedings over the last decade with scalable digital solutions. So the cost efficiency is high. There can be a 40 to 50% savings through lower overhead and streamlined digital workflows. That's a positive, but it might create a bit of anxiety in a student hearing that. Does that mean that AI is replacing all the stenographers? Is the core key question. The answer to that is no. It's just that we have to learn how to make the digital AI enhancements work for us in the legal profession. Okay, so we've got to work on speed and accessibility, which AI is useful for. Again, an appropriate use of AI. Instant rough transcripts generated in minutes for immediate case agility. In the old days, not that long ago, you would have to wait for a transcriptionist to literally, manually transcribe the proceedings into hard copy, tactile copy, paper printout copies of transcripts. And then they would snail mail them to lawyers or have delivery services bring them manually to law offices. But it could take days, sometimes a week, or however long. But it certainly wasn't minutes. Okay, so this is enhanced the immediacy of access to these kinds of documents. We have advanced features. We have automated summaries, key testimony extraction, pretty much instantaneous if we need it with the touch of a button, and quick reference indexing. So these are all terms that sound efficient, but we must have the human in the loop. And this means AI provides the draft. The human editors remain the gold standard for jargon, tone, nuances, emphasis, highlighting different parts. So it will still take humans to extract the pertinent, relevant, material, important parts of the transcriptions. In other words, AI can't do everything. Okay? So with those features, that third bullet point is important to remember. The human in the loop is still a necessary component. Okay, so we have some security concerns and ethical risks and privacy concerns, of course. Privilege risks. General AI tools may waive attorney-client privilege if the data is used for model training. Otherwise, attorney-client privilege would still apply. All the old-fashioned ethical rules, the traditional ethical rules, the ones that have been around forever, are still in place generally. We just have to utilize them in considering AI concerns. Discoverability, AI-generated notes are permanent records and may be subject to legal discovery. Certainly makes sense, you know. It's just a digital kind of discovery. Compliance standards, we still have to require compliance with HIPAA and CJIS compliance to prevent cyber threats. But this is across the boards in every arena of a legal practice, not just in digital transcription, okay? You know, we have privacy concerns, confidentiality concerns, attorney-client privilege. You know, all the traditional standard ethical concerns are still there. Now, here are some best practices for modern practitioners. Enterprising tool selection. Use only professional versions, which makes sense, with robust encryption and localized data processing, which makes sense. Video integration, synchronize transcripts with video to verify nonverbal cues, often missed in text. And this is trained. This is learned in classes and in programs and HR training, or perhaps on OJT, on the job training. But integration tools and how to utilize these AI wonderful new mechanisms are learned skills. There's verification requirements. Must always adhere to judicial standing orders requiring human verification of AI-assisted documents, okay? We still need human verification regardless, particularly if it's a court order. But, you know, the human verification component is still there for legal research and legal drafting of pleadings and memos and affidavits and even correspondence. So digital transcription is just part of the bigger mix and under the bigger umbrella of human verification, okay? So the conclusion is that this technology, this digital tool technology for digital transcription is a tool, not a replacement. I'll say that again, it's a tool, not a replacement. Security and human oversight are non-negotiable, even in 2026, maybe particularly in 2026. With all the new AI tools, humans are still the one irreplaceable component. I'm going to wrap this up with a bow, that humans are still the one irreplaceable component. They have to program the AI, they have to review the AI results, they have to you know, cherry pick the material things and the relevant things and the important parts and make sure it's accurate and make sure it's, you know, articulate. And so we don't know where we're headed with all this, but it's in a positive direction in terms of efficiency of AI tools in digital transcription, okay? And here's a bibliography for everyone. And so, you know, there's classes to take and there's education to be gotten. So I just wanted to kind of give you a very quick, brief overview of where we are with digital transcription in this current AI world, okay? So thank you.